So let's talk the future. And also, remember, you get your 1 minute. So also get ready for that because I'm going to be yelling at you in just a moment to start lining up right here. So we're going to be back doing Net Tuesday in a month. This time it's going to be about digital storytelling. It's going to blow your mind. Chad's in charge. What you need to know about this is 1, Chad's in charge. 2, it's not here. Pretty much every other event this year is going to be right here, but we're going to be using the fancy SAP Executive Briefing Center. Because the hope is that they actually have reliable upstream internet, which means we may actually be able to successfully live stream our events there because that's all they do in the Executive Briefing Center. So it's going to be pretty exciting, and I'm actually going to be streaming that to Net Tuesday events across the globe as part of a month we're doing in April focused on digital storytelling. Because April is going to be all about digital storytelling. So we're going to try another experiment in April, which is not internet dependent. So it's going to work. And what it's going to be is about mid-April, we're going to do a 3-hour real hands-on workshop. So we're going to bring about 20 people together. We're going to bring our laptops, and we're going to do some real skill-based stuff. So we're going to do an introduction to photography. Just how do I take good photos? Equipment be damned, but just what are composition, what are the elements of making good photos that tell the stories of the organizations we do. We'll probably do something focused on using Storify, which is a tool we use to take our tweets and our images and our slides and our videos and mix them all up into a fancy story about our organizations. And I think the third skill I'm going to do is I'm going to be bringing in a consultant from the David Suzuki Foundation who creates infographics for them. And she is not a skilled graphic designer, but she has put together basically this recipe for how do we create text and images in these magical combinations that get, in her case, thousands of likes consistently. It shames me. She's amazing. And so I'm very excited to bring Jody in for that. And actually, she learned that skill, would you believe, a year ago right here at a NetSquared camp, and then took it 100 times farther than we ever thought was possible. So I will have more information about that hopefully by next week. Watch your email. But the future looks like this. March 21st, with our friends at the AFP, the Association of Fundraising Professionals, we'll be doing an event around social media and fundraising. And we're not running that thing. They're going to charge you for it. But if you are not afraid of 7 a.m. and, want to do some kind of fancy breakfast thing, I will be sending out a link next week around AFP's Fundraising with Social Media event, which we sort of helped put the panel together for. Then, as I said, mid-April, we'll do Digital Storytelling Workshop. April 16th, for people who are not afraid of the Valley, will be in Abbotsford. So we'll be actually doing a reprise of the crowdfunding event we did here in Vancouver. We'll bring some of those speakers together as well as some local experts to talk really about crowdfunding tools and best practices for nonprofits. Then, and this is where you got to cross your fingers with me, I will be meeting with the Hive people on Thursday, asking them to give us the whole dang room to do a big unconference called NetSquared Camp, which we do once a year. Basically, this is where it goes from us at the front telling us, look at us, we're smart, we know everything, and we're going to turn it around where you guys actually lead all the conversations. And the expertise in these rooms gets turned around, and you get to actually share what you know with everyone else in this community. And then, June 25th, because we're not afraid of the Valley, we're going to actually be in Surrey, and we'll bring both Darren Barefoot and Miss 604, so basically maybe the two most internet famous people in Vancouver, into one giant Surrey event. It's going to be ridiculous. You should probably reserve that right now so those Surrey people don't take all the tickets and there's no room for you. It'll be ridiculous.